Welcome back to State of the Union. This morning, Finland formally moved to join NATO and set aside decades of neutrality. The decision, the country's president told Vladimir Putin on a call this weekend, was a direct result of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. NATO expansion along Russia's western border is the exact opposite of what Putin said he was trying to accomplish with the war. And he told Finland's president this weekend that he was making a mistake. Here with me now, the president of Finland, Sauli Niinistö. Mr. President, thank you so much for joining me again. And just days before Russia invaded Ukraine, we spoke, and you told me you did not see any reason for, quote, dramatic, sudden changes to Finland's relationship with NATO. Here we are just 3 months later, and you've just announced you're going to formally apply to join the NATO alliance. Is this because you're worried Russia could attack you as well?
Not necessarily, but two things took place. First, Russia tried to deny any enlargement of NATO, and that changed, in a way, very much our position here. So far we had thought that, okay, we are non-aligned of our own will. But when they said that, that meant that we do not have any will there left. So that was the first stage, and surely 4th of February, when they made a huge attack to Ukraine, that changed quite a lot. Well, it showed that they are ready to attack to an independent neighboring country.
So you were worried that you could be attacked?
Not necessarily, but I would say that things were changing also. Undoubtedly, and what we see now, Europe, the world, is more divided. There's not very much room for non-aligned in between. So that was also what we were thinking. I do not believe that they planned any attack on Finland, not then nor now.
A few years ago, Vladimir Putin said when he looks at your country, he sees friends, but warned that if you join NATO, he will see an enemy instead. I know you spoke with the Russian president yesterday. Does he now consider Finland an enemy? And how concerned are you that he may retaliate against you before your process continues and before you can fully qualify to be a member of NATO?
Actually, why I called him, I wanted just to confirm that now the situation is changed. We are going to apply membership. And in the same way, he confirmed that he thinks it's a mistake. We are not threatening you. Altogether, the discussion was very, would I say, calm and cool. And he didn't repeat those threats he had earlier and his people had been telling. That is that if Finland joins, that means some kind of contra steps, military contra steps, whatever that meant. But he didn't repeat it now, so I was not necessarily surprised, but it was, like I said, quite calm and cool.
Did he say anything that did surprise you?
Actually, the surprise was that he took it so calmly.
Do you really believe that?
But
that his tone actually will match how he feels?
Well, I was about to come to that. That was something I was about to come. In security policy, especially talking with Russia, you have to keep in mind that what is said doesn't mean that you shouldn't be all the time quite well aware and follow up what really is happening. But so far, it seems that there's no immediate problems coming.
You need the unanimous approval of all 30 NATO members in order to join the alliance. But on Friday, the Turkish President Erdogan said he does not look, quote, positively toward Finland and Sweden joining. I know you said you're confused by his reaction, but do you think Turkey actually could block you from joining NATO?
First, why I was astonished was because I had a telephone discussion with President Erdogan that it's about 1 month ago, and then he said that they will estimate, well, positively our aim to apply membership, and now it changed. I believe that there will be a lot of discussion still, and I'm not that worried about that.
You're not. You think that ultimately Turkey will join the other NATO countries in approving your application?
It's very obvious that they demand some kind of discussion with Sweden and partly with Finland too. Maybe they will enlarge that discussion to other countries. We don't know. That's dealing with their PKK movement.
You spoke with President Zelensky of Ukraine just a few days ago, and as you know, he's extremely frustrated that NATO has not allowed Ukraine to join the alliance. Once Finland is part of NATO, will you advocate for Ukraine to be offered membership as well?
Actually, it's not in our hands, but I just want to tell that that President Zelensky was very positive with our membership. Maybe he sees that it's good that NATO shows that it is possible to enlarge, and maybe waiting for the future for them to try to do the same. But at the moment, we hear that it is not a solution.
President Sauli Niinistö, thank you so much. It's nice to see you again. As you said, a lot has changed in the 3 months since we spoke last, and I hope to speak to you again soon.
Let's hope that if a lot is changing again, it would change in a better